Hello everyone, welcome to episode 1 of VGCP. I am the Demicon and this is Video Game Character Profiles. Throughout this episode I want to take a look at Jade. She is of course the protagonist of Beyond Good and Evil. Now this episode will contain heavy spoilers towards the game, but you can find the non-spoiler version, and I mean it will contain no game story spoilers of any kind. You can find that on screen now or in the link in the description below. Now through the course of Beyond Good and Evil, we've never seen much character development with Jade, so I thought I'd just share some information / stats I found on Beyond Good and Evil website / wiki, just to know that little bit more about her. Now as you know, at the end of the game, quite a plot twist occurs as it's revealed that Jade is the source of the Dom's power. Now it's never confirmed, but I do think she is a Dom's herself, as she's the source of the power, but now in human form. And if you remember back to Pey'j's M-Disc, he talks about how, air quotes, her parents put Jade under his care to save her life. Now I have a theory that she didn't have any real parents, but it was Pey'j who rescued Jade from the Doms, as the M-Disc sort of hints towards this without revealing the whole truth, as it says, to save her life. It then goes on to talk about raising her safely on Hylis, meaning without any interference, presumably from the Doms. And it's plausible with Pey'j being an Irish chief who helps to stop the Doms. Or it could just be that she was a Dom's reborn as a human but still contains the power. We definitely know she has power with resurrecting a dead Pey'j near the end of the game. I'll talk more about this soon. As we find out at the end of the game, Jade's full Dom's name is Shawnee Domz Thindra, which if you didn't realise ties in with her reporting alias of her name Shawnee. Presumably because she still has memories of the Doms or something like that. Only time can tell if there's a sequel, which I'll talk more about towards the end. Okay, so moving on, we can see she's 20 years of age. Now I know she's quite young, but never knew her exact age, but now we know. She's also 5'4", which is a little short I have to say. I'd expect her to be about 5'6". I don't know why, but I always pinned her as 5'6". Now this is interesting. We can see here that her birthday is 24/15, and we know she's 20, so adding the 20 years of her age to her birth year, we can find out the year Hylis is currently in today, which is of course 2435, which is quite interesting because from what we've seen of the Beyond Good and Evil universe, the tech in the world doesn't seem to be that advanced or that far down the line. I mean, yeah, they do have hovercrafts and flying boats, but still, seems to me that for the sort of year the tech would be a lot more advanced. Now under likes, we can see here she likes strawberries, which is weird because we've never seen her eat a strawberry throughout the game. Or have we? This made me wonder what K-Bups are made from, since that's the only one of the two foods she eats in the entire game. Starcoast doesn't seem like something that would be strawberry. I'd definitely say K-Bup with them being pink. Maybe they're like red, something like that. Under abilities, we can see here she has mystical powers, which is funny because the Jade Stone often symbolises mortality and resurrection. Jade is the Dom's power source that can bring people back to life. Now apart from that, we know the rest, except her voice actress, which is DeForest, who's not done that much besides Beyond. Other things just include a few Ubisoft titles. But then I decided to find out what she looked like because I was curious. But before I show you that, I want to show you some concept art of Jade in the early stages of development. As we can see here, she's gone through a few designs, but pay close attention to the one on the far right because this is the one they originally had in the game at the mid stages. In earlier development, she was going to feature a symbol on her torso / jacket, but that got removed. As well as Jade's early concepts, Pey'j is in a jumpsuit, which was necessary for his jet boots as he needed to harvest all his own methane for his boots. And funnily enough, the look of him in the jumpsuit was in the trailer for the game, in early parts and mid-section of the game at the Nutripills factory. Now it doesn't say this direct in any Wikipedia of Jade, but I believe her current model was crafted off of her voice actress, DeForest, not to get confused with Jodie Foster. If I show you this image, this is DeForest. Okay, now, she looks like Jade a bit here already, but let me show you the same image, but with some Photoshop a fan of the game did, adding a more Jade look to her. Now as you can see, she's pretty much a realistic spitting image of what Jade would be. So if you ever think to yourself what Jade would look like if she were real, basically a voice actress, DeForest. I've also been looking into if there will be a Beyond Good and Evil 2, and I've come to a conclusion of saying there is. I've poked around on a few websites and even looked into a few interviews with Michael Ansel to confirm he's in full development with it. It's expected to release in 2013, and some sources suggest next generation console. Even a couple of years ago on the current gen's life, it was suggested that it wouldn't have enough, put it in simple terms, power to run Beyond Good and Evil 2. Personally, it's a tough call with the 360, PS3 and Wii coming to the end of its span. All we can do is wait. But I 100% believe we'll hear more news next year. They're keeping their cards close to their chest, but I'm 75% sure it'll make an appearance at E3 2013. With a release date, of late 2013, early 2014 at the latest. Now I'll leave you with one last thing. Beyond Good and Evil starts and ends with Jade waking from a meditative state. The same song plays during both occurrences, though they're two different versions. If you liked or enjoyed this character profile, please leave a comment telling me, and if you can, like the video. I'm hoping to continue this tradition and make a character profile for the protagonist of future Let's Plays. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.